VP Sara Duterte's repeated refusal to face this chamber is an insult. It spits on the duty of accountability. While she clings to millions in public funds, she refuses to explain. This is arrogance. Para tayong mga magulang na tinatabig at sinisigawan ng anak na tumatangging magpaliwanag kung saan napunta ang baon. Kahangalan ang magsabi na aksidente lamang ito o resulta ng pagkakamali. Malinaw na pangmamaliit ito sa Kongreso at sa taong bayan. Sa madaling salita po, paulit-ulit na tayong binabastos ng Vice Presidente. Congress holds the purse, and when a child squanders the family's money without answers, the remedy is clear. Bawasan ang baon hanggang matuto.
Tinapiyasan ang OVP budget. Alam niyo ba kung ano ang rason? Yung pagiging bratenela daw ni VP Sara. Yung hindi siya nagpunta sa plenary hearing at mas inuna pa ni VP Sara ang pumunta sa mga nabiktima ng lindol sa Cebu. VP Sara's repeated refusal to face this chamber is an insult. Yan ang sabi ni ML Party List Representative Leila de Lima. De Lima, kapal-kapal ang mukha, oy. Yun daw ang kanyang rason kung dapat bawasan ang budget ng OVP. Halatang political, no? Kasi kung iniisip mo na itong budget ng OVP ay maraming matutulungan na tao, kung talagang imahal mo at gusto mong serbisyuhan ang taong bayan, hindi ka mag-uumungkahi na babawasan ang OVP budget. Kasi ang iniisip mo, ito ay para sa mga tao. Hindi naman si VP Sara ang benepisyaryo nito eh. Maraming tao. So the same lang na parang pinagkaitan ni Leila de Lima yung mga tao na benepisyaryo ng OVP programs. So hindi makatao si Leila de Lima. Hindi para sa taong bayan si Leila de Lima. Ginawa niya na tapyasan, bawasan ang OVP budget dahil hindi pumunta o nag-attend ng hearing si VP Sara. Sobrang babaw, no? Isipin mo, maraming programa ng VP na hindi, tawag dito, ma-materialize. It's because of de Lima. At yung ibang mga Makabayan Black, in fairness ha, ang Makabayan Black ha, sobrang grabe yung boses nila ngayon sa Kongreso. Parang sila na yung nagko-control ng Kongreso ngayon. Totoo ba? At take note, during sa budget hearing ng OVP sa Senado, puring-puri ni Senator Win Gatchalian ang mga programa ng OVP. Bakit sa Kongreso parang ayaw nilang purihin ang mga programa ng OVP at yung mga benepisyaryo ng programa ng OVP? Bakit? Sinampal ba sila sa katotohanan na itong si VP Sara na minamaliit, tinapyasan ang budget, parang ninakawan ang budget, kaya pa rin mag-deliver ng magandang programa at marami ang natutuwa. Sige, tapyasan nyo pa ng budget. The more maraming maniniwala sa OVP at the more na patutunayan ng OVP na kahit tatapyasan nyo ang budget namin, we can do all this work being done with our best effort at isasampal namin sa inyo ang programa ng OVP. Sabi ng iba, ano ba mga programa ng OVP? Oh, tingnan mo ang Office of the Vice President Facebook fan page. O hindi ka ba nanood noong budget hearing ng OVP? Doon, VP Sara mentioned everything. Baka bulag ka lang at ayaw mong tingnan ang mga magagandang programa ng OVP. Kasi, let me educate you. Makitid lang talaga ang utak mo. Kung saan si Senator Win Gatchalian ay puring-puring niya ang mga programa ng OVP. Watch this video.
This is an objection at the same time since the chair has ruled an appeal to the decision of the chair. Budget of the OVP has been deducted 2 times already in 2024 and 2025. And another reduction in 2026 with really, I would say, cripple the office. Only 2/3 of the original budget has been left. So I move to... I would like to appeal the decision of the chair.
Majority Leader.
I propose an amendment. to the budget of the Office of the President, of the Vice President. I propose an amendment to the budget of the Office of the Vice President in the form of a reduction from 889.24 million to its 2025 level of 733.2 million, representing a reduction of 156 million or 17.5%. This is found in House Gab Volume 1A, page 2, line 19. Madam Speaker, Madam Sponsor, may I briefly explain my proposed amendment? Every peso in this budget is the people's money. And when we demand accountability, we do so not out of hostility, but out of duty. Duty to the Constitution, duty to the people, and duty to the truth. Let me then again put this on record. VP Sara Duterte's repeated refusal to face this chamber is an insult. It spits on the duty of accountability. While she clings to millions in public funds, she refuses to explain. This is arrogance. Para tayong mga magulang na tinatabig at sinisigawan ng anak na tumatangging magpaliwanag kung saan napunta ang baon. Kahangalan ang magsabi na aksidente lamang ito o resulta ng pagkakamali. Malinaw na pangmamaliit ito sa Kongreso at sa taong bayan. Sa madaling salita po, paulit-ulit na tayong binabastos ng Vice Presidente. Congress holds the purse, and when a child squanders the family's money without answers, the remedy is clear. Bawasan ang baon hanggang matuto. Let me be clear. This reduction is discipline, not demolition. Malayo ito sa ginawa ng kanyang ama na ginamit ang budget para pahirapan ang Commission on Human Rights, a constitutional body created to defend the powerless. What we do here is different. We call out entitlement. We confront arrogance. We demand respect. Public money is not a toy. Hindi ito pabuya na pinamimigay sa mga imbentong tao na may imbentong pangalan sa mga imbentong project. It is a trust. And until the Vice President learns respect, this House must act as the parent that disciplines a brat. Alam ko po that this move will generate varied reactions. It might even be exploited by certain camps to elicit sympathy for VP Sara. Diyan naman sila magaling kadramahan. Pero hindi pwedeng mangibabaw ang drama sa kung ano ang tama, sa kung ano ang makatwiran, at sa kung ano ang nararapat sa pagtatanggol sa dignidad ng institusyong ito at ng proseso ng pambansang budget. So, Madam Speaker, Madam Sponsor, I respectfully but firmly propose the reduction of the budget of the Office of the President, Vice President, from 889.24 million to its 2025 level of 733.2 million. I so move.
Committee accepts the proposed amendment subject to the following. First, we want to protect the interests of the personnel within the Office of the Vice President. So given that the current proposal of the Office of the Vice President reflects the salary increases of the said personnel in compliance with the salary standardization law, we will ensure that the personnel services will reflect that for the benefit of the employees of the Office of the Vice President. And second, we will also ensure that the final budget of the Office of the Vice President will be sufficient for the office to be able to perform its mandate. Sisiguraduhin po natin na hindi po maapektuhan ang pagganap ng Office of the Vice President sa tungkulin ng opisina sa kanilang budget para sa taong 2026.
Salamat po. Hindi naman talaga po maapektuhan. Kasi,
Majority Leader, what does the House say?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Madam Speaker, I move to propose
I move to accept the proposed amendment.
There's a motion to approve the proposed amendment. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved.
Okay.
Madam Speaker,
Majority Leader.
I move to recognize the Honorable Ungab.
The Honorable Sid
This
Ungab is
is
recognized.
Madam Speaker, thank you, Mr. Majority Leader. Thank you to the sponsoring chairman. This is an objection at the same time since the chair has ruled an appeal to the decision of the chair.
Majority Leader.
Not to decrease further the budget of the Office of the Vice President. Sobra na ang laki ng ibinaba ng budget ng opisina ng Office of the Vice President. Despite the drastic reductions for
Madam Speaker,
Majority Leader.
may we request that the Honorable Ungab stick to the motion to appeal the ruling of the sponsor rather than have an explanation.
Yes, Madam Speaker. The budget of the OVP has been deducted 2 times already in 2024 and 2025, and another reduction in 2026 with really, I would say, cripple the office. Only 2/3 of the original budget has been left. So I move to, I would like to appeal the decision of the chair, Mr. Speaker.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, there being an appeal, Madam Speaker, there is an appeal to the ruling of the chair to reject the proposed amendment. I now move to divide the House. For the information of the body, an aye vote sustains the appeal and the nay vote defeats it. The majority kindly solicits a nay vote.
All those in favor to the appeal say aye. Aye. All those against say nay. Nay. The nays have it. The appeal is lost. Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, moving on, I move that we recognize the Honorable Antonio Tino for his.
We also commend and express my support to some of the programs of the OVP. One of the programs na alam ko mahalaga sa mga kababayan natin, yung Pagbabago Campaign Project, in which nagbibigay ang OVP ng mga school supplies. No? Simpleng bagay ito, pero sa mga constituents natin, ang school supplies, napakalaking bagay na rin. So to date, meron nang nagbigay na 403,000 na mga school supplies. Another project that I also support is the Pansarap project, or the feeding program for severely wasted students. Alam natin, almost 20% of our students are malnourished. So to date, there are about 16,000 students that were fed by the Pansarap project. Another project that I find notable is the Kalusugan food truck, in which the OVP is also helping evacuees, yung mga tinamaan ng mga kababayan natin ng salanta, nasalantang mga kababayan natin. To date, they have already given 6,500 evacuees with feeding program and support. And another program that I find notable, yung RICE program, the Relief for Individuals in Crisis and Emergencies, nagbibigay ng bigas sa mga mahirap nating kababayan. Marami sa ating it's simpleng programa pero napakahalaga dahil marami sa ating mga kababayan, lalo na yung mga nasa malalayong lugar, pumapasok ng eskwelahan ng gutom at hindi sila natututo. To date, 197,000 beneficiaries ang nabigay na ng RICE program ng ating butihing Vice Presidente kasama ang kanyang mga kasamaan sa OVP. Alam ko marami pang mga programa, pero ito yung mga programa na para sa akin ay may kaugnayan sa edukasyon, at ang edukasyon ay isa sa mga mahalagang advokasya natin, at ang ating Vice President bilang dating kalihim ng Department of Education, alam niya yung mga pangangailangan ng ating mga mag-aaral at mga estudyante. So I support all of these programs.
konti lang na mga kongresista ang nag-disagree na tapyasan ang budget ni VP Sara. Ang naalala ko si Congressman Marcoleta, yung anak ni Senador Marcoleta, si Congressman Ungab, maybe few of the Duterte allies na mga kongresista, yun ang parang nag-disagree na tapyasan ang budget ni VP Sara.